Welcome to the Miguel Cotto and Sadam International Conference Call. My name is Jenny and I'll be your operator for today's call. At this time, all participants are in a listen-only mode. Later, we will conduct a question-and-answer session. During the question-and-answer session, if you have a question, please press star then 1 on your touch-tone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I will now turn the call over to Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar, you may begin.
Thank you very much. First of all, to all the media who has joined us today for the Miguel Cotto Sadam International Media Conference Call. And just want to say a few words about the event. Obviously, this is a classic event. As one star, says goodbye, and another one looks to try to fill that void that one will leave behind. What can you say about Miguel Cotto that hasn't been already said during his 2 decades in boxing? He's a first ballot Hall of Famer, a true legend in Puerto Rico, in New York, and beyond. And he's obviously been a true credit to the sport of boxing. He's Puerto Rico's only 4-division world champion, 6-time world champion. He has fought the who's who in boxing, in the sport. And on December 2nd, he will look out to go out as a champion and defend his WBO junior middleweight world championship. And just like he was given a shot for his first world championship many years ago, he is now doing the same for Sadam Ali. And Sadam Ali is a top contender with a fantastic resume himself. He's a 2008 Olympian. He has knockout power in both hands. He's had a series of regional titles, and he's now looking to step it up and fight for that world title and stay a legend in boxing. And more than that, he's doing it for something far too many boxers shy of, by going against a legend. Sadam is daring to be great, and that is how you make a real name for yourself in the sport of boxing. I'm glad that this historic matchup will take place on the Network of Champions. You can catch the action on HBO World Championship Boxing beginning at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific time. The full undercard for Miguel Cotto and Ali is packed with talent and will be announced very shortly, so stay tuned for that. I do want to thank our sponsors, our main sponsor for the sport of boxing, who obviously takes boxing to a whole new level, and that is Tecate, the official beer of boxing. I want to thank Hennessy, never stop, never settle, and the best tequila in the world, Casa Mexico Tequila. So thank you to all the sponsors who contribute to this great sport of boxing. Tickets are still on sale, obviously, and can be purchased at Madison Square Garden. You can go to goldenboytickets.com as well, and they are moving fast. As you know, Miguel Cotto has fought numerous of times there. He's sold out the arena many times, and so you want to get your tickets soon because this event will be sold out. Also, want to let you know that this event is being promoted by Golden Boy Promotions, Miguel Cotto Promotions, and one thing we do want to emphasize on is that Puerto Rico needs help. Puerto Rico needs help more than ever. And, we're finding out, obviously through media, through family and friends that we have over there, is that a lot of families are still left without electricity, without water, without any contact with other people. It's devastating on what happened. So obviously, because of Miguel Cotto, we part of the ticket sales, Miguel Cotto and his team will be, along with Golden Boy, will be able to choose different charities to give back and to make sure that families are being taken care of, and make sure that that we do continue to give back and shed light on this terrible devastation that took place in Puerto Rico. So on that note, I just want to say thank you again to all the media for shedding light on what's really important. And obviously, we're thrilled and excited that Miguel Cotto is again going to be inside that squared circle on December 2nd against Sadam Ali on HBO. So without any further ado, I want to now introduce to you the teams. Obviously, you need a great trainer to produce a great fighter like Sadam Ali. So I want to introduce to you the man behind the scenes who gets Sadam ready to say a few words. This is Andre Rosier. Andre, is he on? He's not.
No, we can move ahead and start with
no problem. Okay, good. So let me have the honor to introduce Sadam Ali. He's the current WBA international welterweight champion, and obviously he's a decorated amateur boxer who was in the Junior Olympics, the PAL under-19 champion, as well as the New York Golden Gloves champ, and represented the United States in 2008 in Beijing in the Olympic Games. I would, Sadam, I feel, deserves this shot. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a fighter who is willing to fight everyone and anybody, obviously, to be great, to be a legend. So let me introduce to you a fighter they call the World Kid, and he is Sadam Ali. Sadam.
Thank you, Oscar. It's a pleasure being here and a pleasure being in this position on the big stage in Madison Square Garden against a legend, which I grew up watching. It's a little scary, but I've been working hard, and I'm ready to go out there and perform. I know I'm a huge underdog, so I'm ready to go out there and put on a great show. I know what I got to look for out there, and it's amazing.
All right, thank you, Sadam. And at this moment, I would like to introduce to you Team Miguel Cotto. And like I said, look, every fighter needs a great trainer behind him, the man who comes up with the strategies and obviously is there for support, not only the night of the fight, but months leading up to the event. So I would like to introduce to you the Hall of Famer. He is an amazing trainer, and that is Freddie Roach. Freddie.
Thanks, Oscar. Miguel's doing really good. We have a great training camp. He's in great shape, and we're going to finish up sparring for the year and head to New York pretty soon. And it's going to be a great night. And I'm looking forward to this fight, and Miguel's going to be at his best. Thank you.
Thank you, Freddie. And now to introduce to you the man himself. I mean, what can I say that you already don't know? I'm just proud and fortunate to be able to be promoting his final event at the Garden, where he has performed. I believe this will be his 11th performance there, and he has had amazing fights. He has given us some incredible showings against top fighters, the best fighters in the world, and he continues doing so. So making his 24th appearance on HBO, and his 10th and final showcase at the MSG. Let me introduce to you from Puerto Rico, Caguas, Puerto Rico, Miguel Cotto.
Thank you, Oscar. It's great to be here again. It's like Oscar and the people who said that my final fight, and I'm working really hard for making this final fight really good for everybody. And all we have to wait is until the day of the fight. We are ready for the fight.
Gracias, Miguel. And so now we can open it up for questions.
Thank you.
Okay.
We will now begin the question and answer session. If you have a question, please press star then 1 on your touchtone phone. If you wish to be removed from the queue, please press the pound sign or the hash key. If you are using a speakerphone, you may need to pick up the handset first before pressing the numbers. Once again, if you have a question, please press star then 1 on your touch-tone phone. And our first question comes from Don Rafael from ESPN.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Hi there, Miguel, Sadam. Good to talk to you guys today. I want to start with a question for you, Sadam. You mentioned in your opening remarks you come into the fight, you know you're the underdog. Although you're getting an opportunity to fight at home, you say you're fighting against an opponent that you grew up watching. Can you talk about just what goes into your thought process about fighting in an arena that you grew up thinking about fighting in, fighting a guy like Miguel Cotto, who, as Oscar said, is going to be in the Hall of Fame someday? How do you let that not get to your mental state to overwhelm you when you get in the ring with him?
Yeah. Well, I've been fighting since I was 8 years old, and I've been in big arenas. Of course, it's going to be a little bit more on this one, but this is an opportunity of a lifetime, and I took the challenge, against a legend, and I did to be great, like Oscar says, and I fear nothing, and I don't hold back, and this is an opportunity of a lifetime in Madison Square Garden. It's going to be amazing. I feel like we're going to put on a great show, and I'm excited and I'm ready.
And do you have any concerns about moving up another weight class? Some guys, they go up, they may get used to the weight class with a fight, maybe 2. You're stepping in against not only moving up in weight, but obviously fighting the best opponent of your career.
Yeah, it's a huge challenge, a big step up, the biggest opponent in my career, and I'm also moving up to another weight class. But I love the challenge, and I'm ready. I'm ready to do whatever I have to do. My weight is not. I'm not really down in weight. My weight is okay. I'm where I'm supposed to be. So I'm excited.
How much of a fan of Miguel's were you? Earlier, maybe before you turned pro, were you like a guy that was like a hardcore Cotto fan that might go to the Garden and hit his fights, or did you just sort of follow his career like just as a regular boxing fan, or were you really like a big time Miguel Cotto fan?
I followed his career, and I've also been to a few fights. I've always liked his style and what he did, and he fought the best. He has some great fights. So if you love boxing, you're gonna go up watching Miguel Cotto. So yes, I did come up watching him for sure.
All right, very good. Thank you for that, Sadam. Hello, Miguel. How are you today?
Good.
Miguel, you've been saying all along this is going to be your last fight. I'm wondering if you could just say, is there any sadness that you're bowing out? Are you excited to be bowing out? Just what's your feelings about going into the ring one last time of what will end, what's been a great career?
After having the opportunity to provide the best for my family with boxing, all I can say about boxing is that I'm thankful for being a boxer, and I have to thanks a lot to boxing just to make me support and provide the best for my family. It's all I can say,
So no regret, no sadness, are you excited to move on to the next? I'm just trying to wonder where you're at as far as your thoughts about your emotions of this being the last fight.
No, I'm good. I'm just want to start a new life, a better life with my family. No, not being away from them, and just take advantage of every moment with them. That's all I want.
So as you look back, and you're gonna get asked a lot, I'm sure, leading up to this fight about your career. What's been your highlight fight in your opinion? Like your best moment in the ring, and maybe what was your worst moment in the ring?
I enjoyed my whole career, and I can point at one fight. I enjoyed my whole career. Every moment made me be the boxer I am right now, the person I am right now, and I have to say that my whole career has been amazing for me.
Any negatives?
No. All the negative things are in the past.
Okay. I wanted to ask Freddie Roach a question. Freddie, are you there?
Yeah.
Freddie, as you prepare Miguel for what he says will be his last fight, as a guy that's seen a lot of guys who've been in their primes and also guys that are older, maybe shouldn't be fighting, do you think that Miguel is, or you're giving your perspective on him selecting this time to call it a career? How much do you think he has left? Could he go on longer? Are you happy that this was the decision he made? Just what's your perspective on him saying this is the end for him?
Well, I'm really happy that he's getting out. He's going out on top, and we're training really hard for this fight. The training camp is identical to all our training camps. He works very hard. We push each other, and just because this is his last fight, no one's taking it easy or anything like that. We're working very hard for this fight, and going out on top is the best way to do it, I feel. And I'm really happy with his decision. He's got a great career, and he wants to spend more time with his family, and that's great. Maybe he's going to have a great opportunity to enjoy that more.
All right, great. Freddie, thank you very much for that. Thank you very much, guys, and good luck to you guys in the fight.
Thank you.
Our next question comes from Salvador Rodriguez from ESPN Deportes. Salvador, your line is open. Our next question comes from Carlos González from Primera Hora.
Sí, buenas tardes, Miguel. Tenía una pregunta para ti, quizá un poco de seguimiento a lo que te estaba preguntando Dan Rafael. ¿Sientes nostalgia alguna porque este es tu último campamento y vas a pasar a otras cosas en tu vida? ¿Algo más nostálgico? ¿Tristeza?
Tener tristeza ante algo que me ha dado tanto a mí y a mi familia. Es mi última pelea como boxeador. Me muevo a hacer otras cosas que puedo hacer hoy más fácil, ya que el boxeo me ha permitido estar en esta posición hoy en día. No hay nada de nostalgia en ello.
Okay. ¿Y qué te hace pensar cuando escuchas que alguien como Ali, tu oponente, fue a verte al Madison en las primeras etapas de tu carrera? ¿Te hace sentir que pues inspiras a otros boxeadores a seguir el deporte? ¿O te pone a pensar, wow, llevo tantos años que alguien que me vio joven ahora va a enfrentarme a mí?
El boxeo es algo cíclico. Los que crecí viendo boxeadores que ya no están, Ali creció viéndome, me va a enfrentar ahora. Son momentos que es un ciclo en nuestra carrera que va a surgir, va a estar ahí. Así que son cosas que simplemente pasan en la carrera de un boxeador, de un atleta.
Gracias por tu tiempo y éxito ahora en diciembre.
Gracias.
And our next question comes from Keith Isaac from BoxingScene.com.
Yes, my question is for Sadam. Sadam, what do you feel the challenges will be in the ring that night, being that you're going to face a bigger guy at a weight you've never fought at? Just how do you expect that to play out in the fight?
It's a great challenge. He has a lot of great things in his fight arsenal. He has great power. He has a great jab. He can come forward, and he's also learned how to move a little bit too. So it's a mix of everything, and I have to be prepared and ready for all that. I have to be at my best. I have to be in the greatest shape if I want to perform like I need to.
Do you have to be more careful in this fight, in a sense, being that he is bigger and I'm assuming he'll outweigh you in the ring when you get in there? Of course,
I got to be more careful. He has tremendous power. I'm always careful in my fights, but this fight, of course, I should be a little more careful and have my eye open a lot more and stay focused throughout the whole fight. He is the bigger guy. Like I said, I'm moving up a weight class. This is a huge challenge for me, but I'm up for it.
Thank you, Sadam. I also have a question for Freddie. Freddie, would you be disappointed if Miguel didn't win this fight by knockout, being that he's fighting a smaller guy?
I don't ever plan on knocking anybody out in a fight and so forth. We're training to go 12 hard rounds and win every one of them. And the training camp's going really well. We have great sparring partners, and it's working out really well. And we're right on track right now, and if a knockout comes, that'll be a bonus. But I expect Cotto to win this fight and go out on top for sure. And but the thing is, we are fighting the young generation, the new kids coming up, and some people say in with the new and out with the old, but we're not that old yet.
Freddie, is there a sense, of how you think Miguel still would do against Canelo and guys at that level? I know you feel like he could still fight at a very high level. Any disappointment in the sense that, although you're happy for him moving forward with his family, that you won't get the chance to fight Canelo again, or maybe even Triple G or someone like that?
Triple G and Canelo would be great opponents, of course, and we would look forward to fighting out with them. But they all have obligations before, and so the next best guy was the young guy coming out of the new generation, and we are taking a chance of that, and we'll see how good he really is, and Miguel will be on top of his game. And again, we would love to go out with one of the bigger names right there, but the thing is they're not available at this point, and we want to stay busy.
Thank you, Freddie. I also have a question for Oscar. Oscar, can you just discuss that? I mean, I know you would have liked to have made a high-profile fight for Miguel before he retired, but the timing and the schedules of everyone kind of didn't work out. Was there some disappointment in that sense that those fights just didn't logistically make sense at this point? Is Oscar there?
Hello. Yeah, I'm here. Hello, can you repeat that, please? I got cut off.
Yes, no problem. Oscar, I was just wondering if you could just talk about how maybe you wanted to make a big fight for Miguel before his career ended, but just logistically it didn't work out in terms of the schedules of, Canelo and guys like that. Was there some disappointment in that sense that it just didn't work out that way?
Oh, there's no disappointment whatsoever. I mean, look, everything happens for a reason. Miguel Cotto has had a stellar career, an amazing career. He's fighting in an amazing fighter in Sadam Ali, and he's fighting in his second hometown, which is New York at the Garden, right next to Puerto Rico, and and fighting on HBO Live. There's no disappointment whatsoever. Everything is all positive, and Miguel Cotto deserves this chance of a lifetime of, imagine that, going out on top, or vying to go out on top on HBO in front of your hometown in New York at the Garden against a great fighter like Ali. I mean, this is another great opportunity for the boxing fans and for Miguel Cotto.
Oscar, you know what it's like as a great fighter to, when you retire, the urge to come back. You've discussed it several times about possibly coming back and stuff. How hard will that be for Miguel, just a competitor in Miguel, to resist that urge as he moves forward?
Well, yeah, it's obviously there's many reasons why a fighter can choose to come back, but a fighter like Miguel Cotto, look, he has everything he needs. Most importantly, his family. He has a whole island that supports him, that is with him 100%. Millions of people who supported him all over the world. So there's no reason. I mean, look, he has one last chance, and believe me, I mean, he's obviously training to give everyone the best show possible, and so I believe we're going to see the best Miguel Cotto we've seen on December 2nd.
Okay. So you don't feel we'll see him in the ring again? There's no possibility of that, you don't think?
I believe him when he says this is his last fight.
Okay, great. Thank you, Oscar.
Thank you.
Our next question is from Salvador Rodriguez from ESPN Deportes.
Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Saludos, Miguel, en especial, ¿cómo estás? ¿Todo bien?
Todo bien, pues.
Qué bueno, tengo un par de preguntas para ti, Miguel. Primero, ¿hay algo en tu carrera con lo que te quedaste con ganas de hacer? No sé, la segunda pelea con Pacquiao, la segunda con Mayweather, la segunda con Canelo, pelear más incluso en Puerto Rico. ¿Algo te quedó por hacer en tu carrera?
Creo que después de de 16 años en esta carrera. Estoy satisfecho con todo lo que he hecho, con todo lo que he logrado y simplemente pues nos queda el diciembre 2 y estaré más que satisfecho con mi carrera.
Oye, y te iba a preguntar también, por nada del mundo regresas al ring pensando en que regrese Mayweather, en que haya un Conor McGregor por ahí que en algún tiempo te haga regresar. ¿Por nada del mundo regresa Miguel Cotto en 2018, 19, 20?
Simplemente siéntese a ver y esperar a que Miguel Cotto regrese.
Excelente. Oscar, como recomendación, ¿qué le dices a Miguel Cotto pensando en que es un peleador que se va, me parece, en buena forma, que se va en un gran momento para él? Podía seguir, claro. ¿Qué le dirías ahora que se va a enfrentar al retiro?
No, yo creo que obviamente como peleador retirado, mi recomendación sería, pues como él lo sabe, es pasar los mejores momentos con su familia. Este campamento va a ser el último campamento, entrenar fuerte como siempre y para adelante. Miguel Cotto es un peleador único, un peleador de los mejores que ha salido de Puerto Rico, del mundo, y así que toda la suerte del mundo, y el diciembre 2 va a ser una noche muy especial.
Para ti, Oscar, Miguel Cotto está en el lugar número 1 de la historia del boxeo puertorriqueño, o está entre los 3 primeros, pensando en que esté Wilfredo, Carlos Ortiz, Tito Trinidad. ¿En qué lugar estaría Miguel Cotto en la historia del boxeo puertorriqueño?
No, pues de los primeros, obviamente. Puerto Rico ha producido excelente boxeadores a nivel mundial. Una isla de, creo que son 4 millones de habitantes. Es increíble lo que ha producido la isla. Y obviamente, pues, Miguel Cotto va a estar en la historia por siempre. Así que, sí, Miguel Cotto es de los mejores que ha salido del mundo entero.
Perfecto. Muchas gracias a los dos. Hasta luego. Saludos.
Gracias.
And our next question is from Carlos Narváez from El Vocero newspaper.
Saludos Miguel, saludos Oscar, perdonen los sonidos extraños que hay en el background, a lot of generators en Puerto Rico, así que bueno, pero rápido, Miguel, ¿estás listo para enfrentar este cúmulo de emociones luego de que termine la noche del 12 de diciembre?
No te entendí, Carlos.
Si estás listo para enfrentar este cúmulo de emociones que obviamente, de recuerdos, de cosas buenas que vendrán a la mente sobre el boxeo una vez culmine tu carrera el 12 de diciembre.
Carlos, yo me voy con la satisfacción de que he podido proveer el mejor futuro que he podido proveer para mi familia. No hay de qué arrepentirse, no hay de qué sentirse abochornado. He brindado lo mejor de mí para mis hijos y mi familia, así que me voy sumamente satisfecho, me voy sumamente contento y más que nada tranquilo, porque sé que gracias al trabajo que hemos podido hacer mi familia va a estar bien.
Como promotor has logrado últimamente recoger los frutos de varios boxeadores, como por ejemplo en el caso de Machado es campeón del mundo, viendo que hay uno por ahí que también va próximamente a disputar un título interino. ¿Te ves tú entonces quizás también en la faceta de entrenador, trabajar con tus boxeadores, o te desligas totalmente del boxeo?
Por el momento, en lo que me acoplo a esta nueva vida, pues pienso dedicarle tiempo a lo que tiempo se merece, que es mi familia. Luego de ello, pues queremos a ver qué sucede con mi vida.
Perfecto. Oscar, tengo una pregunta para ti. Y obviamente, como bien mencionaste al principio de la conferencia de prensa, dijiste que Puerto Rico pues está pasando por un momento bien difícil, y lo es. Yo estoy aquí en la isla del Encanto ahora mismo. Y pues la cantidad, el porcentaje de algunos tickets van a ser traídos aquí. También se ha comentado mucho, y precisamente del lado de Tito Trinidad ha dicho en varios medios que le interesa una pelea, aunque sea exhibición contigo en Puerto Rico, que recaude fondos para los damnificados de aquí de San María. ¿Qué te parece eso?
Perdón que no está Oscar con nosotros, se cayó la llamada. I'm going to take a moment to just translate that.
Okay.
So, yes. So the reporter has asked Miguel if he has any regrets, or if there's anything that he, wishes that he would have done in his career before he retired. And Miguel responded with, "No, I have done everything in my career that I've wanted to do. This is the final. What his decision is to retire now and spend more time with his family." Gracias, Carlos.
Gracias a ustedes. Thank you very much.
Our next question is from Jorge Torres, multisays.com.
Saludos, Miguel. Quisiera preguntarte estos detalles de, por ejemplo, regresar al Garden para otra pelea más, debes estar por encima de las peleas que realizó el legendario Muhammad Ali. Cuando piensas en ese tipo de detalles que han condecorado tu carrera, ¿qué pasa por tu mente?
Yo simplemente he querido hacer lo mejor que he podido para brindar lo mejor que pueda a mi familia. El boxeo ha sido mi trabajo, ha sido la herramienta para brindar el mejor futuro posible a mi familia, así que el futuro de mi trabajo ha sido mi vida y estoy muy agradecido con el boxeo.
Gracias. Thank you.
And our last question is from Don Rafael from ESPN.
Hello, thank you for taking my second call. Hey, Miguel, I wanted to ask you, I know we talked a little bit in my first question about some of the highlights of your career. You said you enjoyed everything, but I was hoping you could just give me your opinion about what you think was your most satisfying victory or your biggest victory.
I can't point at one victory. I enjoy my whole career. Every victory became part of my career, and I'm happy with the way my career is going. The way my career is going to be end on December 2nd, and I'm really happy with my whole career. I'm not going to point at one fight in specific. I'm going to talk about my whole career.
Is there a fight that you feel like made your career, sort of, that put you in people's minds and made you, into a top-notch fighter? I mean, I have my own opinions. I've obviously covered your entire career, but you've had so many good fights and significant fights. What's the one that you feel like sort of put you over with the public?
I think that the fight with Ricardo Torres, was the one that put Miguel Cotto on the map.
And why do you say that? That was a great fight back in 2005, I believe.
It was the way the fight was happening this night, and the way I woke up from the canvas, and the way I finished the fight. It was the fight who put Miguel Cotto on the map.
And you feel like that's maybe the fight that made the fans sort of realize, whoa, look at this guy, how exciting he is? Is that sort of what you're getting at?
Probably.
I wondered if when you talked about the Torres fight, was the way that fight went and how you won it, are you saying that was sort of the fight that made people recognize that you were a very exciting and really good fighter?
Exactly.
Okay. Do you have thoughts? I mean, can you give me your thought? I mean, you had a couple of big wins not that long after that, Malinaji and Zab Judah and Shane Mosley. You have thoughts about any of those fights? I mean, those are pretty significant fights for you at that time.
I've been blessed. I had a wonderful career, and all I can say is that every hard moment on the gym, every hard moment on the track was my fight was a reflection of every hard moment of training, and I'm really happy and blessed for that.
So I've got to ask you though. I mean, I think maybe you tell me if I'm wrong. Just as far as your own personal satisfaction, I know all the fights made you who you are, but personal satisfaction, I have to think that knocking out Margarito in the rematch was special for you. I remember, your reaction after that fight, and you seemed very satisfied that you were able to sort of beat him down the way you did. Can you speak to that moment for your career?
It was showing the people what happened in the first fight. That was all.
Meaning that you felt like his hands were illegal in that first fight?
Everybody knows what happened in the first fight.
Now, you also, you have some losses along the way, but you gave, for example, I'll throw this out there for you. When you fought Floyd Mayweather, I know you didn't win that fight, but you gave him just about as tough a fight as anybody has ever given Mayweather in his entire career. Did you take any satisfaction in that? I know that it was painful to lose, but you performed so well in a fight against the guy that everybody had as the number one fighter in the world, who was undefeated at that time, and it's not like you just held your own. You didn't come that far from beating him.
I step up in every opportunity I had in the ring just to give my best as the fight with Mayweather. I have a great career, a satisfaction, and every second in my career, and I'm not happy with that.
Can you tell me how significant it was for you when you stopped Martinez? Not only did you win the middleweight championship in that fight, but it obviously made history for Puerto Rico by you becoming the first, fighter to win the title in the fourth weight class. What that meant to you?
Yeah, I became the first Puerto Rican boxer to be champion in a 4 different divisions, and it was another accomplishment in my career.
Do you ever allow yourself to think about where you stack up in the pantheon of the great Puerto Rican fighters, whether it's yourself or Felix Trinidad or Wilfredo Gomez or Benitez, Carlos Ortiz? There's been so many great fighters in Puerto Rico. Ivan Calderon has a good chance to be elected to the Boxing Hall of Fame when the ballots come out or the results come out next month. Where do you put yourself in the list of the great Puerto Rican fighters?
I'm just another. I was just a kid, wants to be a boxer, then became a man, and all I did in my life, in my career, was trying to do my best. It's not my work, it's not my job to put myself in any position. I just try to do my best every day.
And just one other question, Miguel. When you go into this fight, there's been so much discussion about Puerto Rico in the news recently because of the terrible hurricane that did so much damage. How much is that on your mind, and how are your family members and friends dealing with where they live in the island?
I've been in Puerto Rico my whole life. I've been in Puerto Rico my whole life, and I know what capable Puerto Rican people is. I know that the hurricane was tough for us as Puerto Ricans, but together we are going to overcome the situation and be grateful for that.
All right, Miguel, very good. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate your insights. Good luck, and I'll see you at the fight next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. So thank you to all the media today for the questions and for dialing in. Miguel and Sadam have to get back to training right now, so before we wrap up the call, I wanted to give both of them an opportunity to make some closing comments. So Sadam, do you have a few final words you want to share today? Sadam?
What did you say at the end? You broke up. I'm sorry.
Do you have any closing comments you want to make before the media jump off the call?
First and foremost, I want to thank God for this opportunity and for me being healthy. And I am very appreciative of everything. I want to thank all the fans for tuning in. And I know there's a lot of doubt in me in this fight, and some people think that it's not going to be as good. But I will make sure that it is, and I'm excited, and I'm ready to go out there and put on a show. And December 2nd is going to be a great night.
Thank you. Miguel, do you have any final words you want to share with the media?
Yes, all I have to say is thank you to the media. Thank you to all the fans all around the world, and we'll see. I'm going to see everybody on December 2nd for my farewell fight. Thank you. Thank you to everybody.
All right, thank you. Thanks everyone for joining us for the call today. Just a quick reminder before you jump off that Cotto will have a Los Angeles media workout on Monday, November 20th, so mark your calendars to be there. It will be at Wildcard, and we will have some of the Cotto Ali undercard fighters there as well. Stay tuned to your email inboxes for details on the workout and also an announcement with the remaining undercard bouts that we're going to announce very shortly. For the New York Coast-based media, mark your calendars for Tuesday, November 29th for Sadam Ali's media workout. We will also have some of the East Coast undercard fighters there as well. Details will be shared soon, including time and location. Thank you, everyone, for joining today's call, and we will see you December 2nd at MSG. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Muchísimas gracias a todos por estar con nosotros. Nomás queríamos dar unos recordatorios. El lunes, noviembre 20, vamos a tener un entrenamiento público para Miguel en Wildcard Boxing. Ahí estará Miguel con otros peleadores de la cartelera de diciembre 2. También, por favor, pongan en sus calendarios el martes, noviembre 29 para el entrenamiento público para Sadam Ali, que va a estar en Nueva York. Por favor, manténganse pegados a sus correos electrónicos. Vamos a anunciar toda la cartelera pronto. Y pues muchísimas gracias a todos por estar con nosotros.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This concludes today's conference. Thank you for participating. You may now disconnect.